Hello everybody, I'm Fully Parasaville, and besides my disappearing shirt, I am so happy to be back. Now, for everybody wondering, oh hey Fully, where have you been? I have been busy. I've been quite busy with things, life, you know how it is. Honestly, it's been kind of sad. I've actually been looking forward to coming back and streaming for everybody. We did not get to do the podcast this week. We didn't get to do a bunch of things. I am here to explain why. Just because everything that I was a part of is already done. And I hope to explain what I want to do and what I can hope to do going forward. That's what I'm trying to do, and then we have a couple of topics we can talk about, and then we're gonna have a good time. So I hope everybody's ready. Strap in. We're going to have a good time. It has been a while. It has been a while since the last upload, even a little bit longer since the last stream. I'm actually genuinely sad that I was not able to supply you guys with more content and things of such, but I'm hoping now today I can turn that around a little bit and give you guys what you actually want. Some good, decent content and maybe some improved workflow. So work got a little bit in the way. My LARP thing got a little bit in the way. I had a court thing I had to go to, and I had stuff that I planned with friends and things. But I faced a problem not too long ago in which I was slowly starting to run out of the content that I had such a solid barrier just built up over time and everything. So now it's a matter of, I don't know what, I need to build back up my catalog, obviously, and that's extremely easy. I just have to stream. So that's what I'm hoping to do a lot more of. I'm hoping to get a lot more content pushed out. I am going to go with my initial plan. I'll have my planner and everything up, and I will take the series that I started first, Elden Ring. I'll get that finished, and I'll start pumping out episodes of that every day, but then every day there will be a episode of a standard series. Then once we finish Elden Ring, we go to the next one. Then once we finish that one, we go to the next one. That's what I'm planning on for the workflow for regular videos is going to be. Now, for shorts, I'm actually planning on... I originally wanted to do a margarita sort of thing in which I drank, I had a fun time, and then from there I would go into an entire explanation on why you would want to watch something along those lines. But I feel like my shorts content may be a better point to push that stuff into, so I'm planning on making shorts. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. I'm contemplating the Mangaka's Manifesto, just because it sounds funny to me. And I kind of want to go forward with, it'll be a short thing. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you the basic premise of it, tell you why it's cool, and then give you a couple of recommendations alongside it that might fit the description. If you read through that one, cool, you can move on to the next one. That's the sort of format I want to play with, since it's only 60 seconds and I get to say it as fast as I can. Then I'll start uploading those to TikTok, because I'm actually gaining followers and stuff on TikTok. I genuinely want to start putting out a lot more content, and another thing I want to also work on is getting better merch and everything out there. That's why we're on my site, actually. I got my site through Fourth Wall. They're a fantastic company and everything, but I want to improve my site a bunch. I want to get some actual products. I want to order the products and actually get them here so I have physical representations of them, and then move on from there. That's what I want to do. So I got a lot that I have stirring, ready for me to make and to bring to you guys. It's just, I don't know. I've been quite scared just because I've always done things and I've been generally okay at them and stuff along those lines. I don't try to be an expert on anything, but I do try to help where I can whenever anybody brings up a problem with a certain thing. Maybe some of my shallow knowledge can help in some way, shape, or form. And part of the thing that I had to do this week was I was helping a buddy who was in a court case. It was a slight against his character. It was atrocious. It should have never happened. The entire night, an incident should have never happened like that, and it's all over now. But in those 4 days, I went out there 5 times for 5 of the days, but in the beginning there was a hiccup with the case, and so it got delayed to the next day, and then it went all the way into Friday. But just sitting there, collecting all of that and trying to help the best I can, trying to make sure that everybody knows the details of what's going on, and trying my best to support my friend when he's scared that his entire life could be over. And at the end of it, we cried, we were joyful, we explained how happy we were that we didn't have to worry about such a silly problem at that point. So what I want to do is I actually don't want to stand in my way anymore. I'm going to be, what everybody doesn't know is that in my downtime between just cleaning the house regularly and stuff along those lines, regular household chores and everything, my job, the schooling that I'm going back for, not schooling, I know how to code. But I needed a little bit of a refresher course to get back into it. So I'm hoping that with that, I can gain some experience, build out some good solid projects and everything, and then maybe I have 2 paths that I can see myself walking in life, and both might be extremely possible if I push towards them. And everybody in here, in my channel, across all of my social media, have always been so supportive of me. You've brought my content to new levels. I've strived to bring things forward. I've strived to make things look better. I've tried very hard to consistently and always bring out the best in myself so I could give you guys my best. And honestly, for a second there, I wasn't giving you my best. So I'm hoping I can change that right now. Tomorrow, tomorrow on Monday, the 16th? No, 17th. I'm planning on going out with my buddy to celebrate the success of his court case. It was very disheartening the entire time, but that's going to be later on in the evening, so I'm hoping to wake up in the morning, get some videos out and stuff along those lines. After this is over, I'm going to upload the finale of the Pinocchio playthrough, the Liza P one. Finish that up until the actual game comes out, and then from there I have an idea. I have a genuine idea of what I want to do and how I want to do it. And you guys have always supported me, and I hope you just continue to support me as we may hit rough patches again. I may be overwhelmed in things, but I'm going to try my best to bring you guys what you deserve. So with that, let's see. For my last week, I can't explain before then, I was just not able to. I wasn't feeling it or anything along those lines. It just, I don't know. I don't know what happened that caused a little bit of a deceleration in my upload schedule and everything. It was mainly just me, and I apologize. So, from here, what do I want to do? I want to get an actual design made up for you guys to know what I'm going to be releasing on the days of the week and everything. So I'm hoping I can design that in the morning. That might be the stream, actually, where we're designing the cue card and everything. I'll have to write that down. So that'll probably be the stream tomorrow morning. It will be me designing the new schedule layout. We'll design it for the week. I'll plan everything out so everybody knows what I'm planning to do next week, or this upcoming week. And then from there, who knows? An Elden Ring episode obviously will come out. I might make another short little thing that is part of the initial thing. We have more Legos that I need to build, and I need to edit the previous footage so it can go up onto my channel, because I have each of the footages from me building out everything. So I hope to get that uploaded soon, just those Lego builds and everything. It probably won't be anything too special. I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to reduce it down to, just because it's a very large set of time, like 6 hours on one of them, and I think like 4 on the other, and it shrunk down decently, but it's still kind of ridiculous. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping with that we'll be able to put some good content out there, get some balls rolling, get some things out that needed to actually be done. As for the podcast stuff, I do need to sit down and actually really focus on editing and all that. So I think in the future I might be letting podcasts render or anything overnight. I'm hoping to eventually have the NAS and everything up and running, so I could probably actually, when I get the chance, just eventually have the stuff go on there. So I'm hoping with that we'll be able to... I'm hoping to be able to just like push out content faster. I'm just hoping to be better than what I have been for the last 2 weeks. 3 weeks? I don't know. It's just... how to say it accurately. I love doing this. It brings me great joy whenever I'm doing it, and I want to make sure that whenever I'm putting out something, you guys are having fun, having a great time. That's what I genuinely want. So, I'm going to try to do better. I apologize. I sent out a message earlier apologizing for it, but I still just want to reconfirm that I'm going to try so much harder to try to earn your guys' real attention, because that's what you deserve from me. I'm not going to have any long breaks. I'm still going to at least push out a couple videos a week and everything, but I just want it to actually be at the content flow that I want it to be, because I have the potential, and man, I just want to I want to flourish in this space. I want to have the best time, and I hope to get everybody's help with that. All right. Now, to go over my week a little bit. Friday night, I worked from like 4 to 10, 4 to 11. Saturday night, I pulled a double, worked the entire day, and my boss didn't release me home first, but I was not having any of that. Sunday, I worked in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I went out and hung out with a buddy and his family, and we played a Fallout campaign that we're a part of. And then Monday did the start of court, and then in the afternoon went out to hang out with a different buddy. Let's see. Tuesday, court, work, court. I believe on Wednesday I hung out with somebody else. Thursday, court, hung out with somebody again? Or went somewhere. And then court, work, LARP, work, here we are. I have had such a wonderful but so busy 2 weeks. Well, a little bit past a week. But yeah, I've been failing you guys, and I promise I'm making it up to you in this upcoming week. So look forward to it. I'm going to wake up all nice and early, and we'll go from there. As for other stuff, I will get all my games strained out so we can start going through the rest of the playthroughs. I know we're doing Final Fantasy. I know I got to re-record the Cassette Beast stuff because the audio was too loud. And I know we need to continue in Sunhaven. So we will continue on that merry adventure this week. I'm hoping with my current schedule for work, which doesn't seem very taxing or anything, I'm hoping I get paid tomorrow at least. But let's see. Right now, my schedule is... Wait, that's not my schedule. There we go. All right. I work Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday like usual. So it's going back to the usual way, and I'm hoping everybody enjoys the usual content. I'm going to improve in any way I can. I'll try to be better than I was the day before. The thing that I am just a little worried about is... I don't know exactly what I'm worried about. I'll do just fine, and I think I'm just having a hard time not worrying. Life is just like that sometimes. Any adult will tell you it. Any kid can sometimes tell you it, depending on their circumstances. It's just... I'm glad I'm back. I'm at ease, and I feel like I'm doing a little bit better. I would love to do another cigar stream. Just sitting back, smoking a cigar and everything, like a supervillain and everything. But who knows? You know what? Yeah, hold on. We're gonna smoke a cigar. I'll be right back. Never mind, everybody. My cigar cutter's in the other room. But I will, I'll smoke a cigar at some point this week. I think that's definitely another thing that I need to do. I used to just every so often smoke a cigar, and it was the greatest stress relief for me, and I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow when I'm out with my buddies, is I'm going to, just smoke a cigar. Have a nice time. There's so much for me to do, and I think that's just my problem, is that I'm just a little overwhelmed right now. So I'm hoping to get my stuff squared away. I'm really hoping for it. But yeah, I've been waking up early. I've been doing a bunch of tedious stuff. I've been completely busy at the times that I usually stream or the times that I'd usually upload content. So hopefully, over the next couple, I'll be able to get back into the rhythm, have a good time, and we'll go from there. As for news, there are topics in the gaming that I wanted to go over and stuff, but we will do that on our next regular, just roundtable, interstice. But for right now, I just wanted to go over a couple of things that I found interesting in the tech world, because we usually don't talk tech, and whenever we do, it's usually because Mark has gone up to go do something, and me and Andrew need to talk about something, or something along those lines, just to pass the time. This is an interesting topic to me, only because Intel has been making NUCs for quite a bit of time. Honestly, I don't think they need to sell them for this long, because other people were making similar small form factor PCs that are just as powerful or even more possibly powerful. But the reason I was very interested in these is that originally I wanted to attach stuff to my game table so people could look up their actual character sheets at that time. But eventually it became, oh, well, we should just make it a LAN table. So that becomes a completely different question. How am I going to just actually put full-size gaming computers down underneath? but I don't think I need full-size gaming computers. I think the better thing is to think about possibly just getting like a smaller case that is more briefcase sized, and then going from there. I don't know, because some of these styles of cases can be face mounted, like the Nux or the other things. So it means that you can have them on the back of your monitor, which is very interesting. So I don't know how I want to exactly do the LAN table. I think I'll keep shooting the idea around and everything. We might do a stream or another where we actually talk about the concept and possibly map out the materials we would need for it. I don't know. We will go with this in the future. I have so many plans and so many things that I want to do, including making a new frame for my desk so I can wall mount the monitors and I can get into my desk easier, so then we can put the NAS on the left side of my computer case. That will probably also be a stream if I'm doing that, if I'm working on that. If I do it at the place we're moving to, I'll have it so everybody can look down into the actual computer from there and then see me at work doing the stuff that I need to do. I'm planning on actually doing with the frame running the cabling perfectly, so I won't have any cables sitting over here. I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna get my wireless mouse actually up and running as a wireless mouse, and then I want to get a wireless keyboard, maybe one with a little less clicky to it. I'm hoping to get probably the Razer yellows. Let's see, Razer Gaming. I'm planning on getting one of their keyboards. And as for which one, I believe I was going to choose the Black Widow. Because the Black Widow has a wireless version. Out of all these, I think that I would want that one. I do have a Tartarus. I should probably get rid of the Tartarus at some point. Though the Tartarus was a fun concept and everything in my eyes, actually, I could probably use it for gaming and stuff now. I could probably actually lay it out and make it a better option. I don't know. Maybe. We will play with the concepts and ideas that I currently have laid out. I don't know yet, though. I'm hoping for the best. Actually, does the Tartarus have a wireless version? V2 membrane, the Pro. So what's the stuff on the Pro? I think I already have the regular one, so maybe I'll give it a go. Honestly, the problem that I have with my desk right now is that it's not easy to get rid of the accessories that I plug in. So if I have a USB dock at the other side that's just there on the wall and I can plug stuff directly into it, it'll be a lot easier for me to move things or remove them. So I'm hoping with that we'll have a better time. And I could also just, attach the stuff to the monitors and things and actually use those and the USBs that are on the side of those. But it's a little bit awkward with those. But yeah, I'm planning on picking up probably... I know everybody doesn't like the Razer as a company as much as I do. I've just been a customer with them for a long time, and I know their products are quality from what I've experienced. Everybody else could have had different things. I'm thinking about getting the yellow ones. But I've had a good time with them so far. But yeah, we're going to definitely get the wireless version, the Black Widow. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go to keyboards. I need something that's wireless. Those are the minis. Or is it the Deathstalker that's wireless? Maybe. There's no line to those ones. Or was it the Huntsman? It might have been the Deathstalker. Hold on. Let's go with linear. Is it this one? Wireless low profile RGB Deathstalker. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, something along these lines. And then we'll go from there. I think I'm gonna pick up one of my own mouse pads just so I can have my own mouse pad underneath my stuff. And I'm just gonna be, since we're gonna be moving and everything, I'm just gonna be selling off stuff anyways. So as I'm going through and selling off the stuff, we'll just go from there. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with linear switches only because I don't like clickiness, and I've spent so much time trying to remove clickiness and keyboard that I just don't want people to hear that kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody heard it, but that, I mean, not that. I type here, hold on, like that, just that background noise of clickiness. I don't like it. That could be the fact that, you know, I literally have a garbage mic right now that's not even running on XLR, and I could probably fix that with an XLR cable and appropriate interface, but that's neither here nor there, and we will solve that in the future. Once I'm making more money, I will start upgrading my gear a little bit more, because I definitely want an SM7B. Right? SM7B. It's the wonderful microphone that everybody uses. And how much is it, unsure? $400 isn't bad, actually. But yeah. Something along those lines, something that's a high quality mic and everything, I would really appreciate. Especially since everybody uses this mic. It's the most professional mic, and I think it will do very well. Other than that, Amazon claims it isn't a very large online platform to evade EU rules. So, this entire thing was about how the Amazon's trying to play innocent. They're trying to make it out that they are not as big in any way, shape, or form compared to other companies or anything, which is a blatant lie. We all know how large Amazon is, but I don't know how large the Amazon influence is in, like, the EU. Like, have they built branches and stuff out there? And do they import things from over here, or do they have stuff over there? I don't know, actually. I never really thought about it. Oh, I still have water here? I do not. Damn. But yeah, let's see. Amazon doesn't want to comply with Europe's Digital Service Act, and to avoid the rules, the company is arguing that doesn't meet the definition of a very large online platform under EU law. Amazon filed an appeal at the EU General Court to challenge the European Commission's decision that Amazon meets the criteria and must comply with the new regulations. Cool. I can't remember what the rules and regulations are. Let's see. Amazon argued that the new law is supposed to... Oh, the Digital Service Act includes content moderation requirements, transparency rules, and protections for minors. Targeting advertising based on profiling towards children will no longer be permitted, for example. So the entire thing that they were having a problem with is that Amazon, by any way, shape, or form, is not friendly to anybody. To actually cancel Prime is such an arduous task, and you have to click like 7 different answers, 7 different ways, because it's going to try to always outwit you and say that you, and try to guide you in the wrong way. The only reason that I still have my Amazon Prime is because I love the stuff that is on Amazon Video, and the other reason is I love 2-day shipping, even though I barely order anything. It's just very nice and convenient. That, and I get free skins and champions on League and some other games, so it's like... For me, I just keep it around just because of the benefits that I'm getting out of it solely right now. But the fact that they have the gall and audacity to say that they're a small company that has no influence over anybody is ridiculous. The fact that their platform is so... Amazon hasn't changed in forever. The layout of the website, everything about it has not changed to more friendly ways of people able to view the content and the information on it in so long. I can't remember the last time I've seen a major overhaul to the interface of Amazon. The fact that they're trying to say that they're not a large company in the EU, neither here nor there. The fact that Amazon can argue anything with how absolutely garbage their entire service is, I don't feel bad in them in this sense, just because I know what sort of platform they are. I've been shopping with them ever since they were just originally like a book place. I don't believe they're bullshit. I know what they're trying to sell, and it's just not anything. Like, they can't get away from this. I don't trust them in this aspect. Amazon might not be the largest retailer in the EU, but it is in America, and I'm assuming that it's slowly just branching out over there, causing more ease to people, but also frustration because you get recommended ship products up at the top of the page, and then they're just overly rated because a bunch of fake reviews and everything are there. It's all tedious. It's all the same game. Everybody is just trying to make their next dollar. NVIDIA reportedly pressures partners to stop them building next-gen Intel Battle Maze GPUs. Exactly what I just got done saying. A company who just wants its next dollar. NVIDIA is a company I've been solely waiting to fail for so long, and we almost had it. We had a breakthrough in AI, and all of a sudden NVIDIA's like, we have the cards for you, and they started selling them en masse again. Because right now, every video card company is actually facing a unique problem. After the pandemic, and after everybody selling off all their parts, and with crypto going the way it is, there is so much in the used market that is way better for you comparatively than the new market. So why would you go out and buy a new 40 series card when you can just go get a 30 series card for a better price? I think 3090s are like $800 on eBay. Who wouldn't want to get a 3090? I'm actually pretty sure that, hold on eBay. Let's go peruse what the 3090s are worth. A 3090 right now, yes, is indeed worth $850. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm probably planning on at some point actually picking up one of these 3090s just as a benefit to myself. I contemplate about saving up for a 4090, but I really don't think I need it. But I do want something that can help all of the displays that I run, because currently I run 3 monitors around me and 1 tablet that I draw on off to the side. My computer is supporting it just fine. 2 of the monitors are 4K, one's 1440 and the other's 1080, so in total it's not bad stress-wise, but I'd still like a more powerful card to really run all of these things at a better... so my computer won't be struggling or anything. But yeah, just for anybody who wanted to know, there are excellent deals on 3090s and everything. So just do with this knowledge what you will. Let's see, what else do we have? Keep your old version of Windows updated for free with Windows Update Restored. Another problem we're facing right now, and the Games Commission was talking about it earlier on, I think last week or this past week. But my problem is that a bunch of things from the past, that as they slowly become outdated, you're not able to access them. And that becomes a problem if things are built on certain programs with certain levels of hardware and everything, like, let's say, Assassin's Creed 1. Ubisoft and EA and them decided that they needed their own little launcher and everything, and now when you try to launch the games on Steam, they have too many resources available and most of them will crash. Just because they don't have the ability to use the full breadth of what the hardware can do, and it gets overloaded by it and it won't open. That's what my Assassin's Creed was faced with until I went in and actually changed I created a batch file to run the program with certain parameters so it could actually launch. So I'm happy that somebody is actually going out of their way to create a site, to create a place where people can go and grab updates, grab versions of their favorite things, and then use those on virtual machines or to run old games or anything of the sort. Because truly, that's the problem we're facing right now, is that the technology we have now vastly overpowers the stuff we had back then, and it just can't run it. It's not that the components don't want to run it, is that the stuff doesn't know how to accept that sort of throughput. Like, back in the day, you had, what, 200 megabytes of RAM? That's nothing now. We have gigs, thousands of megabytes of memory just on the RAM itself. Such an overpowering version of, like, just the amount. I think people forgot how long old computers used to start up and how fast computers start now. My computer starts in like 10 seconds. I turn it on, it's at that screen in like 10 seconds. It's there. It's fine. It's great. Awesome. But like, old computers weren't like that. They ran slow. They were inefficient and all of that. But the things that we built on those codes and everything were inefficient for a reason. So now it's just getting to the actual meat of everything. So I'm hoping with all of these improvements and people actually trying to innovate that we're going to get a lot more backwards compatibility going for old programs, old video games, and everything of the sort, old TV shows. I want people to save the things from the past and bring them forward to the future so people can still experience them. That's my main problem, which is game companies and everybody else keeping all of this stuff guarded behind a wall or something. It's not conducive to anybody. Like, if you have to go out and buy an old game in an old console that doesn't even work, and then you have to buy parts to upgrade it so it actually works again, does that feel like it's right to you? If they're not selling it anymore in any official capacity for a new version, why do you have to put up with that? So I'm hoping, I want change in the space. I want it to provide better environments for people to actually experience stuff from the past. Because right now, people can't play old games, people can't run old versions of Windows without like a direct source, like a disk or some other form. So I just want improvements to the qualities of how everybody interacts with things. LG to offer subscriptions for appliances and televisions. Subscription fatigue is a thing and regulators are cycling, but Korean giant reckons you're ready to cough up after buying hardware. LG Electronics has outlined its ambition to grow revenue from 51 billion company to 78 billion over the next 6.5 years, thanks in part to ad stream to its teles and subscription services for its application or appliances. LG will innovate with a platform-based service business model that continuously generates profits, such as content, services, subscriptions, and solutions, to the hardware-oriented businesses which generate sales and profits at the time of purchase, the company said on Wednesday. This is the stupidest thing that I have heard. Like, sure, on a TV, sure, have ads if you're scrolling through the store and stuff along those lines, or if you're using like one of the LG apps or anything along those lines, but do not constantly spam the person with ads and things. That's not something anybody wants. Nobody wants that sort of thing in their house if it's just going to constantly interrupt their viewing experience. And appliances, I remember from a wonderful movie, Popstar. It's a Lonely Island movie. It's a joke movie. It's basically just a funny telling of what you would think the origin story of Lonely Island would be. But just going through that, at one point, they put the music on everybody's appliances. Well, this turns into a horrible idea because literally nobody wants trash songs coming through themselves just as well as nobody wants ads on their dishwasher or their fridge or anything along the lines. I just see this as a bad move on their part, because I can't see this going any other way. I would find it personally insulting if a company is just trying to earn more and more money by just shoving stuff directly onto my appliances. The problem I have right now is that LG has something I really want. They have something I really, really want. And it is... Here, we're gonna go find it. It is a washer and dryer. But if there's going to be ads playing on and everything, I frankly don't want it. Is it that one? No. We'll find it eventually. But it was something that I found while me and my buddy were watching movies on his TV. It came up as one of the ads for it because he has the Hulu version with ads and stuff. But it was such a cool concept that I immediately fell in love with it, and also questioned why we hadn't had one up until now. Oh god, am I not going to be able to find it by the end? Maybe I won't. Let's see. Let's go price high to low. I don't think it's these. It was an expensive one. I do remember that. So we'll scroll down, but I think it was in the 2000s area, and it was lower. I swear this is going somewhere. I didn't know it existed at the time, but I love it now. And I really wanted one. I don't think it goes on to 4. Ugh. Damn, wait, hold on. Hold on. I know exactly where I can go to grab this link. I have the fiance on one of the messenger apps, and I can go there and grab the link for it. God, I'm smart. All right, continue. There we go. Copy. Oh, perfect. It's oh my god. Are you shitting me? All right, here, hold on. All right. So it's a washer and a dryer. Where was this all along? When was the last time anybody told you that the machines could be the exact same thing? What the heck? Did anybody know this existed? Because I didn't. Like, it just looks so futuristic and everything. Here, hold on. Let's see if we can get a close-up of the front panel. So does it have... Oh, it has both lines. And it just has a standard plug. That's beautiful. And it just has a drain hose already on it. Alright. So does it have like an app that you can sync up your phone with and just... Wow, it can send notifications to your phone with an ad, possibly, to tell you that your thing is done. But I just thought this looked really cool. I thought this looks like the cat's fucking pajamas right here. I don't know how many people just thought, why haven't they been doing this the entire time? But right here, this is the future we're striding for, and this is the one I want to be behind. The fact that you could just, there's detergent, there's like everything is already on here. It's beautiful. Honestly, I'm really surprised that it took society this long to get something along these lines, because it seems like it would be it wouldn't be the hardest thing to do, but I guess I get why they wouldn't, because the machine would be overly expensive. The electronics that were needed for it definitely weren't around at the time to make them small enough to make this machine the same size as other machines. So I can understand why it took so long to get to this point. But looking at it now, oh baby, I don't care if you're gonna you better not send me ads, but this is something that I definitely... Oh, it's from GE? Oh, never mind, it's from GE. Fuck LG. Screw those guys. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to pick one of these bad boys up at some point. Oh, you can... Oh? Well, it was just naturally doing it, so I'm like wondering if... Never mind. Anyways, I'm just excited that we're getting technology like this now, where appliances are becoming combined and it's becoming a lot easier for us, human beings. Remember us? God, this is just such an innovation. I was so shocked to see it, and I'd be so happy to actually... What's an open box one available for? Where does it usually show the... there's none available, I believe. Oh, okay. But yeah, see price and cart. Let's add it to cart and let's go see. Let's go up. It is worth $2,466.74. Whew! Original price nearly $3,000. My God, that is, wow, a lot. One would admit it's a lot. But I do have to say that originally when I applied for a Best Buy credit card and I had received it, I had a $4,000 limit. So it's probably just as easy to get the credit card and then pay it off after you get one. But I would suggest, honestly, just getting, like, saving up for it and just paying it all off. Other than that, let's see. Researchers find evidence of organic matter on Mars. Interesting. The Perseverance rover has found evidence of organic compounds in the Jezero crater on Mars. Although it isn't the smoking gun proving once and for all that Mars once hosted life, these compounds could have also developed in non-biological ways. The results hint at surprisingly complex organic conditions for the key building blocks of life on Earth's neighbor. The study was published in Nature. The Perseverance, sorry, don't know why I keep saying preservation, rover, the first to explore the Jezero crater, has been investigating the area since February 2021. Researchers believe the basin once housed an ancient lake, including a delta from a river that once flowed into it. It's one of the most likely regions to reveal leftover signs of life on Mars. I wonder how easy it is to kickstart a planet back into supporting life. Like, we know the conditions for life. You need oxygen. You need water, obviously, in some way, shape, or form. So I'm wondering where we go from here. Because I know the eventual plan is to colonize Mars, send people to Mars, people live there, we start building out from there, blah. But just like, how fast is this all going to be? Is this going to be like a 20-year project that a good portion of people won't see, or how's it gonna go? I'm curious though if they do find more organisms and everything, if this does mean that one of our nearest neighbors hosted life, because that could change everything the way we looked at other planets when we were looking around for other bodies that may house life on them. That means the conditions for life may be completely different around depending on where you're at in your own solar system, and things next to you could have supported life at some other point. That could change the game. I don't know where this is going to lead. I hope it leads to us eventually having like a more accessible source planet. I don't know how to describe it. Like, this is very intriguing to me because I've always subscribed to the method that, yeah, sure, there's probably aliens out there. Maybe. I don't know anymore. There's a lot of things we question as human beings, whether it be about the afterlife, the outer life in space, how time and everything, just every concept we try to place around and make it all have more meaning to it. So I'm hoping that this leads to us expanding where our inhabitants as Earthlings are, especially if we're going to Mars. I just want to see somebody finally go to Mars. They came up with a new interesting parachute method to get down to Mars that I was reading up on, which hopefully will solve the issues that they've been having about things landing safely. It's more of a thing that unravels after you get through the atmosphere, and it's very durable. So we'll see how that goes. Asus confirms that the microSD card reader on the ROG Ally is prone to failure. Now, that's pretty bad. There's also a couple of issues that I've been seeing people having with it, like the shorter battery time and everything, because people expect it to be like the Switch. People expect to be able to use something for, let's say, 11... let's see, it's the Switch. Let's give it a reasonable 6 to 7 hours of game time, depending on the brightness and stuff along those lines. But people aren't expecting to game on things for only like 2 hours and it to shut off. But that's mainly because we're putting more powerful components into these handhelds, but the battery gets sucked up because you're using more powerful components. But that's how you get 1080p gaming at 60 FPS on the handhelds and everything, which means that you have to plug it in more often. And a lot of people are disappointed in that. I expected it from the beginning just because it's a very powerful device. The thing that sucks about it is if the micro SD card is prone to failure, considering that that's one of the, I believe there's an M.2 slot in it as well, but that's one of the only other ways to expand the storage in it is by using the SD card reader. And if that's failing, that's just another problem. Asus has been having a problem with their tech recently as well. They had a motherboard problem with one of their ITX boards, if I remember correctly. It's been resolved now, but like, Asus has been having a bit of quality problems recently, and I would expect from this point onwards we're probably not going to hear much about Asus because they're going to batten down the hatches and try their best not to mess up in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know if I can trust them with that. Who knows? Honestly, I don't know. It's interesting that I don't know if it's just like a fab thing in one of their factories. They're having trouble with some of the aspects of it, or if there's a branch that's having problems with assembly and actual structure of things. I don't quite know, but Asus has always been a source of solid products to me, and from this point forward I'm expecting them to change a little bit to make it a little bit to not put any more bad light out there for Asus in general. That's what I'm expecting to happen. That's what I would do if I was a businessman in any way, shape, or form. I would not want people to constantly just be bashing my company or anything along the lines. But, I planned on picking up like an Ally or a Stream Deck at some point, so if I ever do, I'll make a review for it. So let's see. We have the upcoming week. Tomorrow I'm going to stream the making of the new layout for the schedule. I'm going to try to make a nice little vaporwave thing. I don't know if it's going to be vaporwave. It might have my sun or something on it. Not my actual physical sun, like the vaporwave sun and everything that I made for the other stuff. And then the actual schedule of what we're doing each of the days. I'll plan that out. We'll do that. We'll place that out. We'll send it out to all the social media. I'm planning on, whenever I make a review or something, I kind of want to start my own little subreddit to post the stuff on to save it as an archive. So if I ever do a script or something for something, I can place it in there so people can review it afterwards and get information out of it if they want, if they don't want to watch the video or anything. Because I know a vast majority of topics where you're trying to look for a solution or something, you can lead directly to a subreddit. So people will eventually make their way there in some way, shape, or form. It'll also allow me to put different content and stuff on there that I can't put on here. Mainly, my ideal job that would go well with this right now while I'm back at school and everything, instead of the current job I have, is I would love to actually start writing articles for games and everything, telling you guys how I feel about them and giving tutorials based on how you need to complete certain things in those games. So I'm hoping with that, opening that up, I can go through some of my favorite topics, get some more of the Fully Invested series out there, because I've seen a bunch of movies ever since Super Mario Bros. And I know I haven't released one of those recently either. And we recently surpassed our 200th video on YouTube, and I didn't do anything for that, and I feel like I'm missing for that. I missed the point on that. We're at 218 right now. So I'm planning on going in and making some better videos. I want to start focusing on both the stuff that I can push out fast and the stuff that I can push out in the longer term. But I have a lot more time again to start planning and stuff. I'm not busy right now, so I hope that I can be of some great use to you guys. Other than that, I don't have anything else much to say. I'm gonna go off to my wonderful bed with my wonderful fiance because it is getting close to midnight. But yeah, with that, I hope to see anybody and everybody over tomorrow for the stream. We might start co-streaming to Twitch again, or dual streaming to Twitch again, only because they've made discoverability better, possibly. And I'm hoping with that we'll be able to pick up more followers on everything as well. Plus, I'm going to, since I'm already rendering the stream back down to 1080p, I think I might pick up another monitor that's just straight 1080p whenever I'm streaming. And then, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. We will figure it out. But going from there, I don't know if I want to get rid of this monitor. I love 4K monitors because I can fit 4 screens across around, and it generally looks good. I don't have any trouble reading any of the things or anything, but I'm hoping to, I don't know. I'm going to be turning this bad boy back down to 1080p. We'll be streaming at 1080p to both YouTube and Twitch again. And from there, we'll just see how fast we can grow. I'm hoping that I can pump out TikTok shorts, get the shorter content going every day. I just want my ideal scenario, and I know it's not very realistic, but I would love to release 2 videos a day with at least 1 short. One towards the beginning of the day, 1 more towards the end of it, and in the middle. And I know if I plan my cards right and I plan it all out, then I can actually start scheduling the stuff to appear later on, except for shorts. Shorts are very weird on YouTube right now if they're set to schedule. And with that, I'll probably just make them and then plan them for a different day and then have a reminder to upload it. We'll see. We'll streamline the actual process and everything. But yeah. With that, I think we're done. I think we're done for the wonderful evening. I wasn't expecting this to be long. I only wanted it to be about an hour. And since we're about to reach that hour anyways, I can end it here. Pretty happy with being able to stream again. Tomorrow, we'll get everything set up. We'll have everything ready, and I will get back to everybody at that point. Tomorrow, there'll also be the Elden Ring playthrough, and who knows, Who knows? It's all a mystery. Well, I know it's probably going to go down, but yeah. Yeah. If I don't see you in the next one, I hope you have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. Take care, everybody. I've been Fully Percival.